Everybody, let's start with today's discussion. So we are discussing today about music. Today's talk is about music. So let's start with listening some music.
तो सुनिए राग भोपाली में ख्याल कलाकार मधु मोदकर। तो सुनिए राग भोपाली में ख्याल कलाकार मधु मोदकर।
So this is a typical audio file taken from All India Radio, and it has a classical music recording, right? It's Indian classical music, and what are different things we can do with this audio file? So you can see there is some speech in the beginning here, right? Here we have some speech, and then here we have some music. So we can classify whether it is speech or not. But that part you have already done before. You have already done that assignment. Now, if we go further, you see it's music. You can, if you go a little bit deeper, you will see more. Right. Let's start from the beginning here. So we have some introduction, and then we have some constant note. What is the frequency the person is singing? What's the pitch the person is singing, the singer is singing? How do you know? How will you find out the pitch? So as you know, in Pratt, there is a simple setting of pitch extraction, right? And you can set the settings. If you know the range, approximately it will be between 75 to 500. Just set it and say, okay. It will tell you the pitch is 164, right? 164.7 hertz. This is the pitch of this part. And then you have pitch of other parts. Let's say this part has got a pitch of 182 hertz. And then again it is 146 hertz. Pitch is changing, right? Suraj, are they bringing harmonium? कब लाएंगे? शुरू में लाना चाहिए था ना. Now I have to explain the concept of pitch, and there is no harmonium here. कैसे होगा? कब से बोला था? Okay, so let me also play another recording. This one I will play full.
Ga ga dha pa ga
ga ga dha pa
sa dha sa re ga re ga
So what did you hear? What are the different instruments or voices in the recording? You saw here a drone-like instrument has started. This is called a tanpura or a drone. So what it does is it provides a bass frequency. It plays constant notes. Let's say sa is one note. It plays sa, pa, sa. So, but you can imagine, you can consider drone as to be providing the sa frequency. I need a harmonium to explain the concept. Without that, it's not possible. But then I cannot play that harmonium, no? So different tasks which you can do with this file is, number one, determine the drone frequency. The drone frequency will match the sa frequency of the singer. If my singer is singing sa at a particular frequency, then the drone frequency will match that frequency. The other task could be identify the speaker itself or the singer itself, right? You saw in this file how many singers are there? A male singer, female singer, male singer, female singer. So there are two singers. So can you identify the start time and end time of singer 1, then start time and end time of singer 2? Like that, if there are n number of singers, first of all, can you find out how many singers are there? And second, okay, now can you group the segments? Can you create segments and group them singer wise? Let's say this is one segment, singer 1, singer 2, singer 1, singer 2. So in this way, we are able to split the audio file into singer segments. All right. Okay. So this will be. I am discussing today 4 problems. These problems are your projects, right? You have one single project where you will be kind of tackling these 4 problems. The first problem I told is, can you do singer-wise segmentation? This problem is technically called as the problem of diarization. Speaker diarization or singer diarization in this case, right? You have to tell the start time and end time of every singer. So singer diarization.
So the number of singers are given or not, like
so you can make there are 2 subparts of the problem. In one subpart, number of singers is not given. Second subpart, number of singers is given. I think if number of singers is given, it's easier, little bit easier problem.
In either we can do a multi-label or a multi-class based on segments of the audio. So if the number is not given, we could do a multi-label. So we'll have we could extract the probability vector for each segment belonging to to the n singers. Or the predicted number of singers.
Yeah. We will discuss the methodology, and I will discuss the problems with different methodologies we have. Like one methodology you mentioned, it has some good points, some bad points, pros and cons. Then next thing is, here you can hear, what all instruments do you hear here? What instruments are present? Tabla and tanpura. So I may ask you, can you tell me the strokes? Where are the strokes appearing? The onset, stroke onset. Similar problem has been done by you theoretically, right? You did a theoretical problem on stroke onset detection. So that you can apply here, and you can also classify the strokes. Okay, this is stroke is ta, dhin, dhin, etc. Or maybe just not with the labels, or just with the clusters. Okay, stroke of type 1, stroke of type 2, stroke of type 3, etc. And this is second problem, where you want to do stroke detection, and once you know the strokes, you can also do BPM estimation, right? What is the pace of the music, beats per minute? This is second problem. Third problem is tonic estimation. Can you find out from the drone frequency, let's say, what is the sa of the whole audio? What is the tonic, or what is the drone frequency? What is the bass frequency of the whole audio? Third problem, this is the third problem. Fourth problem is pitch estimation. What the singer is singing. Whoever the singer be, what notes they are singing. Right? That is another problem which is of interest. Let's do something with harmonium. Okay. Are these 4 problems clear? First is singer diarization. Second is, what did I say? Stroke detection and BPM estimation. Third is tonic estimation. Fourth is pitch or note estimation. Yeah. Any questions you have?
Can you explain tonic estimation?
Tonic estimation, yes. So tonic means the bass frequency which is present. So now we have our singer Parampreet Singh. He'll come on the dais. So let's say I'll play the.
परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में भी can talk.
शेयर नहीं किया आपने इंटरनेट से. You have to share the PPT with me. Okay, until Parampreet shares the PPT. So this is what is okay. So see, in harmonium, we have only discrete notes available. Right, so this is sa, and this is the higher sa. This is the higher sa. So let's say this frequency is some f naught. This is 2f naught. This is 4f naught. Right, so this is how it progresses. Parampreet has shared some file.
So I'll just go with the basics once, then we can talk.
Okay.
So I'll just briefly share with you what happens in a classical music performance. So there basically in Indian art music there are two types. One is Hindustani classical, and another is Carnatic music. So there are a few differences that they have. We won't go in that detail, but for now we'll just try to understand, okay, what a music performance looks like. So this is just a screenshot from a normal music performance. So we have a vocalist. She's a renowned singer, Kaushiki Chakravarti. Sir might have told her about her. Then we have one percussion instrument. In Hindustani classical we have tabla, and in Carnatic we have mridangam or ghatam. There are different instruments, and there is another accompanist, which is, in this case, this is harmonium. We may have sarangi or sitar or like veena. There can be different instruments. For Carnatic it is violin. So these are the main three, and fourth one being tanpura. These both are tanpura only. So I'll just briefly go through. So what's a tanpura? Tanpura is, you can say, sir just talked about the tonic. So tanpura is the main instrument that gives the singer or everybody there the idea of the tonic. Okay, so I'll just briefly go through raga, then I'll come to tonic. So this, okay, we may not need to go into that detail. So these are different instruments that can be there. Yeah, okay, tabla page is gone. Okay. So, raga is the main melodic framework on which the whole Hindustani music is based on. So, raga is what we can understand is it is a sequence of notes on a very basic level. It's kind of, it restricts us to what we can sing for a particular raga. Raga basically it creates the mood of the the performance. So raga has some specific notes, we cannot go out of that, and then there are you can say different ways to like sing the combination of those notes. That's what makes a full musical performance. So yeah, so so right now we don't have any problem of raga identification, so we may not go in these details. Yeah, so raga, there are different concepts related, like the time of the day also, these things you can.
Maybe you can simply say raga is a perceptual quality. Means
Yeah.
every raga it induces a specific
A different
mood.
feel, you can say, different mood, and this is where tonic comes in. So if you are singing a raga, how do you know this is a particular raga? Because you know the tonic of it. So tonic is the reference which we call sa, from where the whole melody starts. So it is kind of the most important note. Generally in raga we can't say it, but yeah, it is the reference note from where we can know, okay, if someone, suppose I say this is my sa, this is C sharp, generally people use this, and now if I am pressing this, because I know this was sa, now I can tell this is my pa. If I did not know my sa, I can't say this is pa. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Could be anyone.
I'll explain that concept
Yeah,
in from Western music and Indian music. I'll
Sure.
explain that.
Yeah. Okay,
You
so
can
this is
skip this.
yeah. So tonic is, you can just give a brief read. So tonic
I'll
is,
just do a demo of what is tonic.
yeah.
So you not be detect sa just by the frequency and so on.
Yes, so I'm just going to explain that concept of tonic now. So I'm playing sa. Now Parampreet will sing a song. Which song will you sing?
Okay,
Sing
sir.
some song.
आज इबादत.
The same song which you were saying.
हाँ,
Rag
जाऊँ तो
Bhopali.
This we can take sa.
Okay, so but this
No,
is
whichever you want, it's fine.
now I have chosen a key. Can we have attention here? I have chosen this key. Now Parampreet will sing a song with this key as the sa.
हाँ, got it. सारेगा जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी, जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी.
Okay, so this is the song. Now I can choose any key as my sa as long as Parampreet can sing. Let me choose this as my sa.
ठीक है. सारेगा जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी, जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी.
Okay, now this one is my sa.
This is the lower one. The other one is the highest. Now it's सारेगा जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी, जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी.
Okay, so what changed when he sang 3 times? Was it a different song? No. Was it a different raga? No. What changed?
The bass scale.
The only tonic changed. So that bass scale we call it as tonic or the sa in our music. Only the sa has changed. Did the frequencies change? The fundamental frequencies change? Yes, they changed. But there was a mathematical relation by which they changed.
Mhm.
They just multiplied, everything got multiplied by some factor. Right?
So, sir, can we say that the frequency variation of the music would be around the sa frequency level?
Yeah, maybe around it or on it, means it could not, it may not be the mean of that frequency, but it is just one standard frequency and you build your house on that foundation. You can go lower than that, higher than that. Generally people stay higher than that. But now an interesting thing is, now Parampreet will sing the same song.
जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी.
Now I change my sa to the higher octave sa, and still he can sing the same at the same tonic without making his tonic double or without singing at double frequencies.
I don't have to sing at double
he
frequencies.
He can sing still here and still it will sound perfect.
जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी, जाऊं तोरे चरण कमल परवारी.
Right. So what we saw is that this and this has a very special relationship. And what is that relationship? Just this frequency is F0, then this is twice of F0. If this is FA, this is twice of FA. And the singers, they perceive both these frequencies as same. Right? Quality wise, they are same. That's why this is sa, this is also sa. So it happens sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. This is again sa. So you
It's
see
cyclic.
that it's a cyclic progression and it's a geometric cycle. Right? Okay, so this was the concept of tonic. Now why tonic is important? Let's say I sang some song at a different tonic, Parampreet sang at a different tonic. Our frequencies are different. The frequency evolution with time is different, but it's the same song. But if we normalize both of them with respect to tonic, which means, let's say I know my tonic is 440 hertz, his tonic is 400 hertz. If I just multiply with 400 upon 440, then both of us will become same. All the frequencies will become same. Right? So that's the concept of tonic. Any doubts here? All of you understand now what is tonic?
If the pitch is same, how can the tonic be different?
If the pitch is same means?
Scale inversely is same.
Scale means tonic.
Scale means tonic.
There's a point right now. There are
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this means key actually.
So key only there.
Key.
They're talking about like
So-
what sir just did. Firstly,
Yeah, so instead of
the tonic was C
instead of
sharp.
telling that pitch, you can write it as key.
Key we can write.
Okay.
So the for first time when I sang, the tonic was C sharp. Next time it was D sharp.
Okay. So
Next
what
time it was A
happens?
sharp.
Yeah, I think we
So
will
that's what
also
it
discuss
has.
the difference between Indian music and Western music.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So sa doesn't have a specific frequency. For
No.
example, when we say C sharp, it has a specific frequency.
Yes. Yeah.
C
So I'm
sharp.
just coming to that. So in Western music, the frequencies are standardized. Whenever you say is it C4, huh? A4 is 440 hertz.
Yeah, A4
Whenever you
440.
say A4, okay, in Western music, like we do Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, they do C D E F G A B. So C D E F G A B, C D E F G A B. So like that they progress. So this is, let's say, C D E F G A B. Then again this is C. So in this way they have marked like C is one fixed frequency, D is one fixed frequency. But in Indian music it's relative. Like you say Sa, so take any frequency as your Sa, and relative to that everything else is defined. Right?
So maybe we can take an example. Suppose we start from C, the examples are told. Then suppose our whole raga is those notes only, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. That's it. Now we shifted to C sharp. So now what will happen is the whole notes, they will just shift one to the next one. So if the first one was C sharp, next one would be D sharp. Then the other one was supposed to be C, D, then it was supposed to be E, now it will be F. So the whole shifts by one note. That's what happens.
Yeah. So generally we don't change C to C sharp or something because they are like standard. When you say C, it means this frequency.
this frequency.
That's it. But in Indian music, we can shift.
So you sang at a given scale when your tonic was the sa, the madhya, and it was when your tonic changed to the sa, the upper sa. You still sang at the.
You can
scale.
sing.
Can it be done if the tonic is the mid frequency of both, like the?
Then it's a totally different thing. It's a
only
totally different thing.
What's that?
So it's like it was this, it was this. If suppose tonic is this,
Oh.
it's a totally different thing.
Yeah. You can sing.
Totally different. A bit high.
It will be different.
I can go to the higher one. I can sing the lower one.
For the two sounds, that particular octave.
The double one, whichever has double frequency, that is perceived as same. Every other note, whatever it is, it's not same. It's a totally different thing. If we take any other as sa, then it totally changes everything. Sorry, I was just talking about if I took C sharp, suppose the third one, they call it C sharp 3, 4. Like the higher one is 4th, the next one is 5th. So if I take C sharp 3, then if I say, okay, my tonic is C sharp 4, that is also correct. That is not wrong. But if I say anything in the middle, any key, that's wrong.
Something higher than like C sharp 5.
That is also, you can say same, but yeah, that is also perceived as same. But we generally don't go that high. No? C sharp 5 is too high. So it's here, this one. It's quite high. But it's perceived as same thing.
Like if you sing at the same scale, if the tonic is C sharp 7, it
Hmm.
won't sound odd.
No, because the raga is supposed to start from a reference, right? So it's, so have you talked about the cyclicity? I think then he may be able to understand. So it, frequencies, okay, so what happens is, suppose we take example of A only. So A is 220 hertz, then A4 is 440 hertz, A6 is then 880 hertz, whatever it is. So first thing is you cannot sing at 880 hertz. Like if you go to A sharp 5, A5 or A6, you cannot sing there. If you actually compute your frequencies, like calculate it, it will be around 300, 400, because this is a singing range that we can sing. But if you say the tonic is suppose A5 or something, so that is kind of the same, one and the same thing. That is not wrong.
But you're singing at the same scale as you did in case of
Same thing, yeah. I'm not shifting that high, I can't. You getting my point, na? Yeah.
Yeah. If we can have a tutorial for extra questions. If you have
You
questions,
can.
then you can have a tutorial with Parampreet. He's our music expert. And then we have the concept of continuous versus discrete pitch. That's very important. Let's discuss that. So in Western music, as you see, this is a Western musical instrument. So people call this the Indian musical instrument, but it is not Indian musical instrument. Why? Because you can play this frequency, you can play this frequency, but you cannot play any frequency in between this. Means this device or this instrument cannot play any frequency between these two frequencies. Whereas I can sing any continuous frequency, right? What I can sing, that is a continuous scale. What do you say? A continuous frequency axis. But here you have a discrete frequency axis. You can only sing discrete, or you can only play discrete notes.
Maybe I can give an example. So this rag des. So if we say sa re ma re, this is what we can do with this. But if we are singing, we can say sa re ma re. We can glide. It's continuous thing. But this instrument cannot like make this sound. Our instruments like sitar or violin, violin or
Violin
string instruments, they can make this sound, but this is because it's a Western music instrument, so it cannot produce that continuous sound.
Some Western musical instruments can do
some
it,
of them do,
but
yeah.
that is, their musical concept is on discrete
Different.
notes. Yeah, this is another difference. Then we will come to rhythm little later. Ornamentation. So generally in Indian music, people don't sing flat notes like sa, je, sa, je. Generally nobody sings flat notes. How do you sing?
Sa, re, ga,
So generally it is kind of continuously varying.
kind of a playing with it.
Okay. I will show the demo to help you appreciate that even more. Then we have improvisations. We will not discuss that.
We don't need it.
Instruments and
So that's it. I think we have
That's it.
I just wanted to share it.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now I will discuss a bit about this ornamentation concept. Okay. So first I want to see what frequency this person is singing. So what do I do?
what kind?
What is the frequency this person is singing? So I can use this pitch estimation. I can find out this is 167 hertz. Right? You can see here 167, 163. So around that, he's singing, and everything here. You can see whenever it goes up, you can feel that it is the higher pitch, lower pitch. Right? What are the instruments playing here? What all instruments are playing? You can see. What all instruments are playing here? Person is singing and Tanpura is playing. Okay. Now let's go a little bit deeper into the performance. Okay, now what do you see here? There are no more flat notes. You have continuous transitions. So generally when you want to sing this note, you just don't go there flat. You will go like a gliding and then coming, gliding and then hitting it and coming out. So there are so many kinds of different ornamentations. They have their own terminology or vocabulary. That's what you can see here, right? That's what is happening here. But now what you do, from here onwards, another instrument has started playing. What is that? Tabla. And do you see that tabla has made the task more difficult? If you want to estimate the pitch or what frequency F0 the person is singing, tabla makes it difficult, huh? Let's go a little bit here. You see, there are some kind of ambiguous regions here. Now let's see. What all instruments are playing? Tabla, tanpura, singing, and harmonium. And that introduces another level of problem. You see, there is some pitch detected here, even if there was no singing. But pitch is there because of the harmonium.
So what are the 0, 1
Oh, so for the blue curve, this is the axis, so 75 hertz. For this blue pitch contour, the scale is 75 hertz to 500 hertz. That's what we have set it. If you want to go down, means if person is singing less than 75 hertz, then you have to change it from here. So you have to change the pitch settings and say that I want lower than 75 hertz also. Now let's go further deep into the performance, and you will see crazy things happening there. So you can see that things have become very messy. Okay, now I ask you the question, in this region, is this pitch estimate correct or wrong? The pitch estimation, the blue curve, is this correct estimate or wrong estimate? How will you tell? How will you tell the actual pitch in this region?
From the vocals.
You get the vocals to estimate it.
Yes, you have the vocals, you have the waveform. What will you do with it?
Just for
You don't have the vocals, you have the mixed audio. What will you do? I give you everything, all resources, what you need, but you have this mixed file only. How will you estimate the pitch?
So you can separate vocals from the
Yeah, but that separation is a difficult problem, no? Some simpler solution. Separation is difficult, very difficult. What will you do? Let me zoom it.
so that we can find the most dominant melody that we
You have everything in front of you. Tell me the steps. In this region, tell me the true pitch contour. And my question is the blue thing really the true pitch contour, or is there a mistake in estimation?
so the drop seems to be
Huh?
there is sudden break.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. This region, to me, it appears to be a mistake. How will you verify? Is it really a mistake or is it correct? Or if this is a mistake, what is the correct answer there?
So if the discrete, if it's continuous pitch, he might have gone down and then come up. So it could be correct as well.
Yeah, but how will you verify?
Spectrum is
What will you do with the spectrogram?
we can cluster the kinds of sound which we have for all instruments, then we get the exact.
Okay, let's look at the spectrogram. So window length here is 0.05 seconds. Do you think it's a good window size? It's 0.05 milliseconds. Oh, sorry, 5 milliseconds. 5 milliseconds. Is it a good enough window size, or should we change it?
We should increase it
Why?
because
Because we want more frequency resolution. You have done it in the previous lectures, in the first part of the course. How much should we make it? Let's say 50 milliseconds. Let's try 50 milliseconds. You can see that now things have started becoming clear. I mean, the frequencies are visible, harmonics are visible. Can we use them to estimate the pitch here? How will you estimate the pitch now?
Compute the mean and standard deviation of each segment of the spectrogram, then decide a threshold around the mean because the tonic would in some sense be close to the mean.
Oh, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Huh? Weighted mean weight with what?
weight with how prominent that
Start from very simple principles. How will you know? First, you can just look at the first peak visually, manually, right? And then you can confirm whether it matches or not. So how I do it is, I will make the scale same. This is 75 to 500 hertz. Let us make this also 75 to 500 hertz. right? Then we can at least see how things are. Can you see the magic? What do you see? The prominent peak here is fine. The prominent peak here, it should be here, but somehow it has gone down here. Maybe because of some interfering instrument, maybe a harmonium or a drone, don't know. And then it is again right on track. And to further verify your understanding, you have higher harmonic also present, which is also very strong. Now note that all these intensity values are on log scale, dB scale. If they were linear, then you would again have difficulty in visualizing them, right? Because some peaks are very prominent, some other peaks have totally died out. But on log scale, all the peaks, they look of almost similar amplitudes, right? So that's how I do it, that you plot the spectrogram at the back and the pitch contour so that you can verify whether they match or not. You can increase the range of your y-axis. Maybe I can make this as 1000 hertz so that you also see some other harmonics. And then, why don't they match? Because they start at different frequency. 75 is the offset. That's why they are not exact multiples. Pitch. Let's make this also. See, in Pratt, you have limitation that you cannot do things. For example, I want to see a little bit below 75 hertz also. I can't see that in Pratt. But if you write your own codes to plot the pitch contour, to plot the spectrogram, if you write it on your own in your Python script, then you can do much more efficiently. So yeah, clearly you can see here, you can see the higher harmonics also to verify your understanding that, yeah, this is the right thing which we are tracking. And then suddenly there's a break here. This is a misestimation, a wrong estimation. All right? I made this scale same as this scale. So this scale is the scale of spectrogram. So I changed it to the range should be 75 to 1000 hertz. And this range is already 75 to 1000 hertz. So now both they match. Right? Why is it not overlapping? It is overlapping, no? Previous case was not overlapping because this was from 75 to 1000, but this one, the pitch was from 75 to 500. So they were not overlapping because there is this shift of 75. So you can make it overlap also. But you have to decide your lower frequency appropriately, that they are multiples. Okay, anyways, we will skip that portion. Now if you go to, I'll show you the difficult part now, where things really go crazy. Here? No. Where is the drut? Huh? Total misestimation. Wrong estimation. Here you see multiple instruments are colliding, like your harmonium and your singing voice, they are totally colliding. Now it has started, I think, Drut. Here. So you can see here a lot of ornamentation. Where is the drut? Maybe here. Okay. Fine. These are the problems we have. Okay. Now I want to do some mathematics. What's the time now? Okay, we have time. Okay. So I will just summarize again what we discussed. We discussed 4 problems. One is singer diarization, where you have to find the segments of start and end times for every singer, and you may not know the singers beforehand, but you have clusters. Okay, singer 1, this is singer 2, singer 3, etc. I may tell you the number of singers beforehand. Then next is tonic estimation, means just hearing the tanpura sound, you have to estimate what is the sa frequency. The next problem is pitch estimation from the real singing voice. The 4th problem is stroke detection and BPM estimation. It also includes stroke classification. So these are some of the problems for the project. Now let me go to theory. Okay, to connect with the
project की कुछ deadlines या timelines
Okay, so let's start with STFT. Yes.
So हारमोनियम में वो जो
Pump.
उसकी फोर्स और फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज करने से कोई फर्क पड़ता है?
Pump. If you change the force, it only increases the volume.
And the frequency of pump?
Frequency also doesn't matter.
वो just can produce a sound like, suppose it is it will be nothing else.
Its intensity is varying, frequency is not varying.
If you're pumping a lot, then it will just add some.
Oh, open it. We missed something. He has a good question. I should have told it, but I forgot to tell it. अभी खुला रहने दो उसको.
अच्छा वो sharp.
हाँ. Just leave it open.
वहाँ पे फोटो खोलिए. वैसे ना उनको दिखेगा नहीं.
दिख जाएगा. Seeing practical is better than photo. Okay. So the very simple formula to remember it is this. You have this key. Can you see it? Can you see it? So there are these black keys. These black keys, here 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, right? And the white keys are like this. This is, we call this as C. The one before the 2 keys. The white key before the 2 keys, we call this as C. Now everything is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, like that, right? And now all these black keys are the sharp keys. So if you see this key, what is the key immediately before this? C. C. So we call this as C sharp. This key, what is the key immediately before this? D. So we call it as D sharp. There is no E sharp, right? Because there is no black key here. We go to the next group. This is, what is the key before this? F. So it is F sharp. G sharp. Then A sharp. Right. Then another notation also could be used. If instead of looking at the previous key, you can look at the next key also. What is the next key to this? D. D. This is D. right? So it can be called as B flat. So you can call this by two names, either B flat or C sharp, which means it is before D or after C. Right? And this one is E, so E flat. So both these notations are used. I generally use only sharp. Oh, that's how the Western musicians decided it.
They're just frequencies, like for this
These are just very, very conventional thing. There is no kind of whatever is the science I will discuss now. Whatever is the science part I will discuss now. But rest everything is convention based on that musical system.
Like it's not like the increase in frequency is fixed and there. For all 12 notes it's equal. The amount is symmetric progression, even if it's black key or the white key, the increase is different. The increase is equal. So it's not like for black keys it is different or equally spaced, each of these. Each, all these two, this is geometric progression. 2 raised to 1 by 12.
Okay, let's come to now the theory part. What is this formula written on the screen? It's simple STFT, right? Simple STFT. What is the window size? What is the window size? What is the window size? Quick. Nothing new here. It's all old concepts. Window size. Okay, yeah. Maybe you can confuse endpoint FFT with window size. Yeah. So n is the endpoint FFT thing, and you may call this as window size also. But yeah, I agree that this W, it may have a length less than n also. Right? W may have a length. Okay, so window size is not known in that sense. But okay, let's consider n as our window size. What is the hop size? H. H is the hop size. And what else? That's it. What kind of window we can use? We can use a rectangular window, which is a very bad option, very bad choice. We can use a Gaussian window, Han window, Hamming window, etc. So those we have seen. Now, if I want to do music, I know that my scale is not linear, but it is geometric scale, right, or logarithmic, or basically on logarithmic scale, it will appear linear, and the frequencies will appear linear. So if I ask you in the harmonium, what is this scale? What is this scale? This is a logarithmic scale or geometric scale. You have, let's say, on a logarithmic scale, this is, let's say, f0, then this is 2f0, this is 4f0, right? So it is a logarithmic scale. So can we put our spectrogram also in a logarithmic frequency scale so that it matches our harmonium, right? It's like my spectrogram, the y-axis is the frequency axis, but that will look like a harmonium. Means I'm moving my keys, let's like my keys are there, my scale is linear. How do I do that? So my spectrogram, I have to warp it or kind of deform it in a way that it becomes linear as per the musical frequencies. We have discussed this before. So we define a new frequency scale. We call that as F. And I want that this F should be in such a way that if I take the numbers, then the linear numbers map to this geometric frequencies, right? So let's say this F is a mapping from linear number line to the actual frequency in hertz. It's a mapping from number line like natural numbers, I think they are integers. Integers are represented by z. Integers to the frequency axis, or I think, or rather better I should use this. Or you can say key number to. Right? F is a mapping like this. Let's define it. F I define a variable p. P is my key number. P is my key index. Right? Let's say this is key number 1, then this is key number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So this is my P. P is my key index. All right. What should be its relationship with the frequency? Okay, tell me I know it's geometric. What is the common ratio between two consecutive keys? Common ratio means frequency of this key divided by frequency of this key. How much is that?
So for one octave, it's like double.
Yeah. Then it's a GP.
Yes.
So what is the ratio of frequency of this key divided by the frequency of this key? Quick. 2 to the power 1 by 8. There are total 12 keys. 12 keys in an octave, no? This is C, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then again a C. 2 to the power 1 upon 12, right? Okay, good. So the common ratio is 2 to the power 1 upon 12, which means frequency of this key divided by frequency of this key is 2 to the power 1 upon 12. Now what is that, what do you say, A in a GP, what is it called? The first starting initial value. What is that? So that we have to decide. So we choose it as this way. Oops. So this is what we decide. From this formula, can you verify that the common ratio is 2 to the power 1 upon 12? Can you verify that the common ratio is equal to 2 to the power 1 upon 12? Right? Take p equal to 1 and p equal to 0 and take their ratio or something like that. Now, generally we can't, we are not interested in very high frequencies or very low frequencies. So we'll limit our p. So we say my p varies from 0 to 127. At 0, what is the value of frequency? Anybody has calculator? At p equal to 0, what is the frequency? You will see it is almost like 8 hertz, which is very, very low. 8 hertz is very, very low. We can't even hear this frequency. What is 127? It is almost 12.5 kilohertz. This is also very, very high frequency. Means it's very difficult to even hear this frequency. So this range covers almost, so we don't have all those keys, it doesn't have 127 keys, but if you have a very, very long harmonium or very long keyboard, it can have 127 keys, and generally nobody uses those lower end and the higher end keys. Okay, now what we do next? So tell me, at what p will be f equal to 440? What is the p for which? 69. Yeah. So when p is equal to 69, my f is equal to 440 hertz. Just convention. Just a convention. Why did they make it? They only know.
Might be because on the 69 key the percentage goes on.
Yeah, but I can change it. No, I can change 69 to anything. Right. So there is no. I don't know if any kind of a logical reason behind it, but that is the way history.
Instruments, keyboard instruments have these many keys. Generally they have keyboard instruments.
Uh-huh.
So maybe they have kept this many.
No, they don't have 69 keys.
MIDI keyboards usually have.
69 keys, but they don't correspond to the p equal to 0. It doesn't start from p equal to 0 or p equal to 1. It will start from much higher p. Okay, so this has a name. Every key has not got a name, right? So can we have attention? So this one set from this C to the next C, you can call it as 1 octave, right? From F to 2F, this is 1 octave. So we call this as A4. This key number is A4. What does it mean? It means it's the 4th octave, the A key, the 8th key of the 4th octave. That corresponds to P equal to 69, and for this the frequency is 440 hertz, right? This is the convention, totally conventional thing. But now once you fix it, everything else is fixed, right? Once you fix this, everything else is fixed. If I ask you, what will be your A0? What will be your A0? What you do is go down by 4 octaves. How many keys that becomes? 48 keys. So what is your P? P equal to? 21. So 69 minus 48 is 21. And what is your F? It is 4 octaves, 2 to the power 4, which is 16. 440 by 16. So what is the answer? I don't know. Something you write down. 27? Okay, 27.5 something. Tell me at P equal to 127, what is the note? What is the note at P equal to 127 following this convention? That is the last value of P, 127. The frequency is about 12.5 kilohertz. What is the note there? Quick. What's the note there? G? G which one? G? G? 8? G8 or 9? Let's form an equation out of it. So let's form an equation out of it. So let's say my P plus 2 to the power 12 into n, right? So let's say so 127 is equal to P plus 12 into n plus some offset, let's call it as A. So P is 69 actually here. It's a simple linear equations. So let's subtract this. So 127 minus 69. If you divide by 12, whatever is the remainder, that is your A. 127 minus 69, and whatever is the dividend, that is your n. Right, and dividend means you take the lower floor, So what is 127 minus 69? 58. So 58 divided by 12. How much this comes out to be? 5, huh? No, 4. Right? And this is 10. Right? So which means I have to add 4 to this. So if my this was A4, it becomes G8, right? Okay. So after A you have after A you have oh, okay, I'm coming to that. So after A you get A sharp, B, then you get next octave. So it becomes C of the next octave, C sharp of next octave, D of next octave, D sharp, E, F, F star, G of next octave. So which means this becomes G9. Oops. Right? From?
Octave is defined from C.
Yeah. Yes. It starts from C. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So G. Should
No. Octave starts from
C.
from C. From C. Yes. Octave changes at C.
That's why it's G9.
Yeah. Yes. Octave starts at C. Yeah. So basically the scale will be like this. We have C4, D4, so C4, D4, A4, etc., etc. Then you get G4, and then after that you again get G4. Then you get then you get B4, and then you get C5. Then again A5. Right. Yeah, the octave changes at C. Okay, so fine. This was the concept of pitch. Now let's see how do we modify our spectrogram. We define a new kind of spectrogram called log frequency spectrogram. So log frequency spectrogram will be made from X, M comma K. But how do I this is my spectrogram, like STFT spectrogram. How do I change it to a log frequency spectrogram? I have to make log frequency, not the amplitude as log, but the frequency as log. So this, what is the frequency here? K is the frequency. I have to map it to, let's say if this is my linear frequency scale K. Now if I map it to P, then this will be P equal to 1, P equal to 2, P equal to 3, P equal to 4, right? Right, so as this scale is linear, the scale is kind of exponentially growing. How do I map it? So one way to do it is we are considering magnitude spectrograms only. You do a summation. I want to compute Y log frequency, LF, let's say, M comma P. I want to introduce P into my spectrogram, right? I want every bin to correspond to a key. So my Y, M comma P, I have to convert K into P now. So what do I do is, I take all the Ks which lie in the range F P minus 0.5 to F P plus 0.5. So all the integers which lie in this range. So you may take the lower, the floor. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? What I have done here is, you average, let's say this is one, let's say this is one p equal to 1, some p. I take half the thing here, half the thing here, average them up, or just sum them up, not even average, just sum them up and put everything in this region, on this bin. And then take this bin, half of this and half of this, and put everything in this bin. P has to be an integer. P minus 0.5 will not be an integer. So, but still we can compute f of p minus 0.5, right? And then we take the gent of it to find my k, right? Because k has to be an integer. And then we take the next p, then again from half range to half range, we take all this and bin it. All right, is this concept clear? So this is a filter, right? This is basically doing filtering, right? Energy filtering, or you have filter bank. What is the cutoff frequency for the pth filter? Or the pth bin. So, or when you take this range, what are the cutoff frequencies? This lower limit and the upper limit, right? So cutoff frequencies are f of p minus 0.5 and f of p plus 0.5. Right? These are the cutoff frequencies. What is the center frequency? F of p is the center frequency. Right? And what is the bandwidth? Simply difference of the two, right? So the higher minus lower, there's a difference, that is the bandwidth. Is this concept clear? Is this concept clear? So what we obtain from here is a log frequency spectrogram. How will it look like? It will look like a harmonium. Means all the frequency axis, it will be linear, like different notes will be linearly placed. They won't be exponentially, or they won't be geometrically placed. Okay. Now see, another thing which is of interest is to know what key it is. I am not interested in the number in the, let's say when I say A4, A0, G9, I am not interested in the number, be it 4, 0 or 9, I don't care, but I only am interested in what note it is, whether it's a or it's a B or it's a C or it's a G, right? I am interested in only that much part. So what do I do? What do I do? Wrap it around, which means if I have my P, if I take a modulo 12, that will give me the note index, right? The note ID, basically, whether it's A, B, C or D, right? So just have to do modulo 12. So what do I do? From the log frequency spectrogram, I construct another kind of spectrogram. This is log frequency spectrogram, M comma P, right? From here, what I do, I take an average. I take all the P such that P divided by 12, that remainder is equal to some number C. And I call this as the C M comma small c. So let's say if I play or if I sing a particular note. Let's say I sing C. Then what will you see in the chromogram? All my harmonics, they will add up at the right kind of key. So I will get a peak at this particular C. So just by looking at the chromogram, I can tell which note I am singing. I can't tell the octave, but I can tell the note which I am singing. Right? Note is clear. Octave is not clear, which is also fine, as we just now discussed that octave may be of less importance. Note is more important. Right? Is this point clear? So this is called a chromogram. This is also a kind of spectrogram. But what I would request, when you go back, you can make functions in Python to plot all these stuff. You can see